Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. Okay, as you all come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel. Um, if you find yourself unsubscribed, I've been looking at. I gotta have a. Okay, it's something going on where people are being blocked from the channel. Okay, they're being blocked and unsubscribed from the channel. Okay, so I was looking at that yesterday, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. All right. But if you find yourself unsubscribed, make sure you subscribe. I'm starting to learn more and more about um, YouTube and how it works and how I'm able to go and look at things. Um, Also, because hey, it takes a minute. I'm not on here all day, but when there's an issue, I kind of start trying to figure out some things. Okay. Um, Also, if you want to support the channel, you can definitely hit up the Cash App or you can hit up the Super Thanks. Okay. So make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things. Okay. I wanted to talk about the reason Finesse Two Times is on a downward spiral. And is there a rat in the pantry? And I'll let you all know what I mean by is there a rat in the pantry, okay? I know I be coming up with these phrases, but it makes so much sense to me. And I know y'all be saying, what does she mean? Is there a rat in the pantry? I'll let you all know what I'm thinking about when I say, is there a rat in the pantry, right? We know as of lately, Finesse Two Times has been in the media, of course, and it has not been positive media, right? It should be because Finesse Two Times, I believe he dropped an album not too long ago, and they said that the album was hot. Okay, they said that the album was hot, one of the best, but you didn't see Finesse Two Times getting a lot of media attention, right? Other than for negativity. And I think, hey, I had so much hope for Finesse because I had never heard of Finesse other than, when people kind of pointed out that he had, before he blew up, he was kind of running with Rich Lord, right? And I think Rich Lord was a vice lord. I don't know if Finesse Two Times is still a vice lord. I would assume, okay, I would assume that he is. I don't know a lot about the gang politics, and I really don't get into them, right? Because I don't really like to sensationalize and bring attention to it. Um, in hopes that these young men would see that it's really asinine, okay? But he was with Rich Lord, of course, and Rich Lord was an up and coming star in Memphis, right? And so around the time that Finesse Two Times was doing music or collaborating with Rich Lord, Finesse Two Times, Rich Lord had the more popularity because Rich Lord was on his grind. He really had he was very smart and intelligent. Um, Rich Lord had a full scholarship to Christian Brothers. Everybody can't get into that college, let alone have a full ride, right? Unfortunately, Rich Lord went another way, okay? But he was highly intelligent. I think that's why he was able to lead a movement. If he had been alive and kept going in the right direction, he definitely had the stature to lead these young men into another movement, right? Because I kind of like what he has started, the direction he has started going in, right? But Finesse Two Times was around Rich Lord, and you hear a lot of young men because my older cousins when I started doing research on Rich Lord, and I saw one of my cousins, Reggie, was um, had a lot of interaction with Rich Lord. Stop. A lot of interaction with Rich Lord, and when I called him and talked to him about it, I asked him, were you familiar with Rich Lord? He's like, yeah, that's Freddie B brother. It's like, really, Debbie? You ain't be over my aunt house all the time. He's like, yeah, I raised him. I said, oh Lord, and I know he just, unfortunately, he had a lot of street dudes around him that didn't encourage him, because that's a hardcore street dude, that one, my cousin. And unfortunately, he went in another direction, but he still had the intelligence, right? That's something you can't take. Some people just have it naturally, right? But back to finesse two times. A lot of the brothers, I guess some of what they would call their brothers, I forget what they call them, the nation or whatever they call them. Okay, they would they don't think that finesse two times even pay homage to Rich Lord, or anything like that. Just like you hear some of them say, Black Youngster then and Rich Lord protected him and kept the brothers off of him, when he was alive, right? Um, anyways, um, but I remember seeing that video he and Rich Lord did. That's my brother, my brother or something. That's my MF and brother, okay? And hey, they feel like he act like Rich Lord never existed. And they said Rich Lord carried a lot of them up under his wing, because he was like the vice lord chief or something, right? And so just like God and them used him for security, right? When they was shooting videos, but then they in the background they would block him from getting into the industry, right? It's something about them tall, handsome guys that they be wanting to block. Okay, you always hear about God blocking them, and Rich Lord is gorgeous. He was gorgeous. Okay, he was tall and good looking. His brother tall too. Okay, and so anyways, I digress. Let's get back to what I was talking about. And so, anyways, that's that. And so now we see that finesse two times is on a downward spiral. Okay, and I and it leads me to, is there a rat in the pantry? Now we see that King has been we see King, he said King turned on him. He says we see that him and Hustle Man, is that his name, Hustle Man with the red hair, him and Hustle Man, they said used to be friends, and Hustle Man turned on them. It was alleged that they was in a card game or a dice game or something. Now that's what was on the internet. And he lost King to Hustle Man. I don't know. I was listening to some people say that King doesn't have any loyalty. King is a little boy that is in survival mode, running around in his PJs, that has been put in positions that he should not be in. He don't even know how to love himself. All he know is I need some money to eat. Um, all he knows is I need some money to eat. That's it. That's all right. But now we're starting to see. I see No Love is um, on getting on bigger platforms. Okay, and I'm building something. I'm going somewhere with this, right? I see No Love is getting on bigger platforms. And let me just say this, because No Love had called into my show. I like little No Love. I used to look at No Love on his Facebook channel. I ain't gonna lie, No Love and Honeycomb Braids and them folks calling in would make my day when I was sitting out in my car on them cases. I'd be laughing so hard my stomach was hurting. That's what I would listen to, and I'd be out there sitting out there, um, you know, spying on folks. Okay, and so now we're starting to see No Love is he's on bigger platforms, right? Before, people was talking about No Love, didn't have no loyalty to his brother. But see, I understood how, I know how sisters and brothers can be. That they're not going to, and even relatives, they could work for you, but they feel like this is a person, we done been all in the tub together when we was 2 3 years old. This my sister, we didn't slept in a bed together, damn her. You know what I mean? They're not going to be like other people are. That's why sometimes it's good not to hire relatives, because they're just too familiar with you, right? It's good not to hire them, although you need them around you, especially when they got a love for you, because most people don't. They got a love for what you can do for them, and when you can't do that for them no more, the love is gone, right? Although it can be like that with some relatives sometimes, but I don't think that relatives will be as quick to set you up as others will, right? And it was obvious to me that No Love had a real love for his brother and longed for a relationship. I said that from the very start, that he loved his brother. He wanted a relationship. No Love is in the industry. Hey, that would have been the perfect person. I think he should have signed his brother before King. That's what I think. But I know Moneybag them was telling him to hurry up and sign King and all of that. King was a little boy and he saw where he could take more advantage of him. Now, I used to be finesse two times this, finesse two times that. I wouldn't let no bad media touch him on my channel. Even when people was calling him snitch and rat and all of that. I ain't no, y'all listen, that boy just got out of jail. I see him as being like almost another Tupac as far as his drive, getting out with all his music. He was going hard, right? And it's weird because I just found out my first cousin Cece got a baby with him. Okay, it's just weird. My daddy's sister child. Okay, and um and so hey, I was really promoting Finesse two times, and then Finesse two times gets on his platform with millions of people that the vloggers helped him to get, because we was promoting him. It's finesse two times this, finesse two times that, and say instead of these rappers taking out each other, they need to take out the vloggers, the very vloggers that helped to build his platform to make him popular, because the vlog is the new everything, right? So, that didn't rub me the wrong way. And then we started seeing that he couldn't handle the fame. He still got the talent, but he just couldn't handle the fame. He started believing the hype, right? So now we're starting to see all of this bad publicity. He got into it with mob ties at one point, and I don't believe that it was coincidental that people started shooting at his, everywhere he went there was a incident. Remember that when he was first started finding out about mob ties and he wanted to kind of get away from that, he was being vocal about J Prince Jr. It seemed like every concert he went to there was a incident. I don't believe in coincidences like that. I've always said that, right? I believe that was a shake-up, a wake-up call. After that, he started falling into line because he started to see that anything can be made to happen, right? It's not coincidental. Anything can be made to happen. And these folks been doing this forever, right? Because they feel like they did that. I guess they feel like they gave him a bigger platform. He started to see, what I do to my brother now, what I did to Honeycomb Brazy, it ain't gonna go too good with them, right? And so it's funny because I just looked at Jay Prince Jr.'s page, and I don't know if I was looking at the right page, but I believe that I was. And I don't see where he's really promoted a lot of finesse two times stuff since like 2022, 2023, right? So evidently it's something going on there, and we already know. Now No Love is talented, but nobody had an interest in bringing No Love on, because No Love was really trying to promote his stuff and people was not interested in him. And see, I know how it works, when you get like companies, record companies and stuff, they got this money. Hey, they can call up these big platforms and say, let me pay you something to bring on, No Love. Maybe No Love don't know anything about it, right? And he think, oh man, hey, they trying to, this is an opportunity for me, not knowing that in the background some of these bigger platforms has already been given some money by some people who's making some things happen negatively as it relates to finesse two times. That's why I say, is there a rat in the pantry? And we already know what rats do, right? Y'all know I'm a real good storyteller. Okay. I be giving folks phrases and all that good stuff. Um, Listen, we already know what rats do. They get into the pantry, right? And they start, we can tell that they've been chipping away and eating away at the cookies and the food. They don't eat it up um instantly. They start chipping away, right? They start biting holes in the donuts and in the cookies and in the food that is in the pantry, right? And when we see it, we go, oh wow, it's obvious, right? And if we don't catch it too fast, if we don't catch it too quick, we might, we might go in there and all of it is gone. They start chipping away and eating away little by little at the food, um, until it is completely destroyed or gone, right? They start chipping away. And it's like they're chipping away at his credibility, right? um hey, from it looks like it's King, it looks like it's Hustle Cartel. Who funds Hustle Cartel? Who is it that's funding Hustle Cartel? Like, who, for King to get on there and put out there, I think a King, because he's been gone for 4 months, I think he had already told Mob Ties what happened, and they encouraged him to put it out on the platform that he melted down their jewelry and all of that. I think there is a machine behind it. I think there's a rat in the pantry that's chipping away, okay, at his credibility, at his character. He helped to do that with his character, okay? They need that, he helped to do that. Um and now, they're really making him look bad, okay? They're really making him look bad. There's a rat in the pantry, okay? And the rat, and we know what rats do. They're quiet, right? We don't necessarily see them, okay? We don't necessarily hear them, right? Until they have, we see holes and they've eaten up the food and destroyed the food and all of that. Okay, we don't necessarily see that. We see King, we see No Love getting asked to come on bigger platforms. We see all of that, but we don't necessarily see the rat that's in the pantry that could be what's making all of this happen, right? I don't know if Finesse Two Times still has a contract with Mob Ties, but we do know that Mob Ties know how to play dirty, okay? And I ain't got no issue. Listen, I'm not saying I have an issue with Mob Ties. I'm just saying that, hey, this is what record labels do. If they feel like they have made you, and you've done some things that was not, they feel like you think you're gonna take what we gave you and then run, and hey, it ain't, you hey, we used to hear um Junior talk about disloyalty all the time, subliminals as it relates to Finesse Two Times. So I don't know. That's why I say, is there a rat in the pantry? I think all of this is engineered. Everything that is happening to him, I think that is definitely engineered, because there's a rat in the pantry. Okay. I know when people think about rats, they think about people telling on folks. No, rats tend to destroy. Okay. Also, they piece by piece by piece, and it seems like they're taking Finesse down. They're taking him down piece by piece by piece. They're chipping away, just like a rat does. They're chipping away at everything that all the ingredients that they use to make him. They're using they're chipping away at that. They're using King to put some stuff out. Hustle Cartel, his brother. They're putting him on bigger platforms. And I was looking at some of his music, some stuff that he put out just a month ago, and it's only got 97,000 views. I'm like, what? Like, it's definitely a rat in the pantry. I wonder, does Finesse know that, or is he too? He's just so focused on King. He probably hadn't caught on yet. Okay, he probably hadn't caught on yet. But I know he's a fan of the show, so maybe he will after this. But see, what needs to happen is, I think that's the mentality, unfortunately, that it happens everywhere, but as especially in Memphis, there is really no loyalty amongst a lot of the, as you can see, it's been displayed. Really no real camaraderie. That's why I like what I see what's going on with Paper Route. Even though that happened to Dolph, there's a real camaraderie there. It's not just work. You could tell those brothers truly stick together and love each other. But there's a history of there being a lot of disgruntledness, a lot of backstabbing, no real camaraderie, jealousy. Hey, I'm gonna get what I can off of you and run. When you start trying to go to other places, see, they do that in the city of Memphis. A lot of them, they start trying to go to other places. They'll whoop them raggedy. They'll use them, treat them like they are a project. We built you, and we're gonna chip away at you. We're gonna dismantle you piece by piece. We're gonna start chipping away at everything that we made as it relates to you. A down rat in the pantry. I don't even think he know it yet, child. Fame comes with a price, especially when people feel like they have made you and you ain't do right by them. Okay, they'll do you dirty. Especially finesse is institutionalized. Them folks been doing this. He don't know how to choose his battles. Okay, what he should have did was he should have made the money. He should have kept being as hungry as he was when he got out. He should have had a team around him, um, a stable team, right? He should have stayed as focused as he was. Okay, but unfortunately, um, you know, he just let that disorganization of just being a local Memphis rapper come up out of him. Okay. It's unfortunate. And I'm not talking about Memphis. Y'all know I love Memphis. My city, born and raised. I have a love for the city and for the people. Y'all know how I get when folks think they're going to talk about my city. But I got to be honest. It's so much talent in Memphis that it is ridiculous. But that jealousy, no camaraderie, that backbiting, that's what's keeping the brothers down. That's the mentality. I'm coming up. I'm gonna get something up of them. I'm come up out of that batch. That's how they says. And oh, don't get me started on that because you motherfuckers know I get mad. Okay, come up off of that batch. A goddamn bomb. Okay. But all of that talent and that gutter mentality is the reason why a lot of them still local. And that same mentality is what's taking Finesse Two Time back to being local. All that talent. Finesse Two Time, one of the best rappers to ever come up out of Memphis. I promise to God he is. But he let that Memphis mentality gonna take him back to wherever he came from. I think he from out of South Memphis somewhere. No Love came on my show. I think he said they just kind of moved around. But he's more institutionalized than everything, okay? Than anything, right? But there's a rat in the pantry. Okay, I think there's a rat in the pantry. And that rat gonna keep biting holes in everything that Finesse got until everything is destroyed. Okay, because what do you do when the rats bite holes in the food? You just have to start disposing it, throw it away. It's destroyed. And I think that's what's going on now. Okay. Anyway, y'all, let me get on off of here. It is 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Y'all know I be up with the buds. Listen, a lot of the courts are closed, so um, don't mean nothing though. Okay, it don't mean nothing. The federal government is always open. Okay. Anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. It's $ Real Talk with Tamara. Y'all ain't been sending me no Cash Apps. Okay. Y'all can hit up the Cash App or y'all can hit up the Super Thanks. I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Okay. I'll talk to you later.